Welcome to the All About English podcast. I'm James.
And I'm Grace. This is the place to grow your English skills, no matter what level.
Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss an episode. We post daily. You don't want to miss out.
Ever feel like you're listening to English conversations, but missing something? Like there's this whole other layer.
Oh, absolutely. It often comes down to idioms, those phrases that don't quite mean what the individual words suggest.
Exactly. Like someone says they're feeling blue. They're not literally blue.
Not at all. It just means they're sad. That's an idiom. And, well, mastering them is key to sounding really natural.
So today we're doing a deep dive. We've picked out, 10 really common ones?
10 super useful idioms. We'll break them down so you can understand them and, more importantly, actually start using them.
Yeah, the goal is to help you feel more confident, sound more fluent. Ready?
Let's do it. First up, break the ice.
Okay, break the ice. I think I know this one. It's for parties, right? When nobody's talking.
Exactly. Or any social situation where people feel a bit awkward or shy. There's this sort of invisible barrier, this ice.
And you need to break it. So it means starting a conversation, making people feel more comfortable.
Precisely. Making them feel relaxed, at ease. So a social setting is just anywhere people get together, work, parties, meetings.
Right. So if you're at an event, don't know anyone,
Yeah.
how would you break the ice?
Well, you could just ask someone a simple question, maybe about the event itself, or the music, like you said. Something easy to get things flowing.
Okay, and the words break and ice, literally smashing frozen water. But here, it's figurative. It's about social connection.
Exactly. Taking a literal image and giving it a social meaning.
Cool. Okay, what's next?
How about hit the nail on the head?
Like with a hammer. You hit the little flat part.
That's the literal idea, yeah. But the idiom means you've said or identified something exactly right, perfectly accurate.
So if I'm, say, guessing why my computer's acting weird and you suggest it's the software, and bam, that's it.
Then you'd say I hit the nail on the head. My suggestion was spot on.
Gotcha. So the words are simple. Hit, nail, head. But together they mean being totally correct.
Precisely. It's about accuracy and judgment or explanation.
Nice one. Okay, moving on. This one sounds easier. Piece of cake.
It is easier. Piece of cake means something is very, very easy to do.
Like eating cake. That's usually pretty easy and enjoyable.
Exactly that feeling. So if a task was surprisingly simple, you'd say?
Oh, it was a piece of cake.
Perfect. And, we could even say learning these idioms with practice might feel like a piece of cake eventually.
Ooh, using the idiom. I like it. So literally a piece of cake, but figuratively just easy.
Simple as that.
Okay, next. Something maybe not so pleasant.
Right. Let's talk about feeling under the weather.
Under the weather.
Yeah.
That sounds a bit gloomy. Does it mean sad, like feeling blue?
Not quite sad, more like slightly unwell, sick, but usually not seriously, just not feeling 100%.
Okay, so if a colleague says, I'm feeling a bit under the weather today.
It means they probably shouldn't be pushed too hard. Maybe they have a cold coming on or they're just feeling off.
And under the weather, like bad weather is
Yeah.
affecting you, making you feel poorly.
That's the figurative idea, yes.
Oh.
Something external, like the weather, is making you feel less than your best.
Makes sense. Okay, you mentioned secrets earlier.
Yes. 2 related idioms here. First, spill the beans.
Spill the beans. Like literally knocking over a can of beans. They go everywhere.
That's the image.
Yeah.
And the idiom means to reveal a secret, to let information out that was supposed to be kept hidden.
Okay, so reveal just means to make something known, if we're planning a surprise.
You tell everyone involved, whatever you do, don't spill the beans. Don't tell the person being surprised.
Right, don't let the secret out. The word spill and beans, totally different meaning figuratively.
And exactly. It's about information escaping.
So what's the other secret one? You said there were 2.
Right. The second one is let the cat out of the bag.
Let the cat out of the bag. Okay, how is that different from spill the beans? Sounds similar.
It's very similar. It also means revealing a secret, but there's often a sense that it was accidental, a mistake.
Okay. So spill the beans could be intentional or accidental, but let the cat out of the bag usually implies it was a slip-up.
That's generally the nuance, yes. For example, someone's trying to keep a new job secret.
And then they accidentally mention their new, longer commute. Oops.
Exactly. They didn't mean to reveal it, but they let the cat out of the bag. And commute, by the way, is just that regular journey to work and back.
Got it. So one might be deliberate gossip, the other more of an oops moment.
Kind of, yeah. Though the distinction isn't always super strict in everyday use.
Fair enough. Oh, okay, let's shift gears. Something about money.
Let's talk about things that cost an arm and a leg.
Ouch. That sounds dramatic.
It is. It means something is extremely expensive, like outrageously so.
So not just a little pricey, but really, really high cost. Expensive just means it costs a lot of money, right?
Right. But cost an arm and a leg is hyperbole and exaggeration to emphasize how expensive.
So you see a fancy new sports car,
You might whistle and say, wow, that thing must have cost an arm and a leg.
implying it's way beyond a normal budget. Makes sense. Very visual.
Definitely. It emphasizes the huge sacrifice needed to afford it.
Okay. Next idiom.
How about bite the bullet?
Bite the bullet. That sounds unpleasant and maybe painful.
It refers to facing something difficult or unpleasant with courage and stoicism. Basically accepting a tough situation and getting on with it.
Okay, so unpleasant means not nice, not enjoyable. Courage is bravery. And stoicism.
Stoicism is about enduring hardship without complaining or showing too much emotion, just bearing it.
Ah, okay. So maybe I really hate waking up early for a new job.
But you know you have to do it, so you tell yourself, okay, I just have to bite the bullet and get up.
You accept the unpleasantness and face it. Where does that phrase come from?
Well, the story goes that back when surgery was done without proper anesthesia, patients were sometimes given a lead bullet to bite down on to cope with the pain.
Wow. Okay, that really drives home the meaning of enduring something tough.
It certainly does.
All right, nearly there. What about something that doesn't happen often?
That would be once in a blue moon.
Once in a blue moon. So, very rarely.
Exactly. Extremely infrequently. Almost never. Rarely. Just means not often.
So if I have a friend who lives overseas, I might say, yeah, we only see each other once in a blue moon.
Perfect example. It emphasizes how uncommon the event is.
Is a blue moon a real thing? Or just a saying?
It's actually a real thing. Well, sort of. It's the term for when there are 2 full moons within the same calendar month, which is unusual.
Oh, interesting. So the idiom comes from a real rare event.
That's right. The rarity of the astronomical event lends itself to the idiom's meaning.
Cool. And our last one for today.
Let's finish with burn the midnight oil.
Burn the midnight oil. Sounds like working late.
That's exactly it. To work or study very late into the night.
Why oil?
It harks back to the time before electricity, when people needed to burn oil and lamps to have light to work by after dark. So working late meant literally burning oil.
Ah, okay. So students studying for big exams.
They often have to burn the midnight oil. Or someone with a major work deadline might do the same, staying up way past midnight working.
Got it. So burn, midnight, oil, literal actions from the past, now meaning working late.
Precisely.
Okay, wow. That was 10 great idioms. Should we do a quick recap?
Good idea. So we had break the ice,
Start a conversation, make people comfortable,
hit the nail on the head,
be exactly right,
piece of cake,
super easy,
under the weather,
feeling a bit sick,
spill the beans,
reveal a secret, maybe intentionally,
let the cat out of the bag,
reveal a secret, often by accident,
cost an arm and a leg,
very expensive,
bite the bullet,
face something difficult bravely,
once in a blue moon,
very rarely,
and burn the midnight oil.
work or study late into the night.
Phew. That's quite a list. But honestly, getting comfortable with these will make a huge difference in understanding conversations.
And in sounding more natural yourself. Right. Using them correctly shows a deeper feel for the language.
Absolutely. They really add that color and fluency.
So here's a little homework for you listening. Try to use just one. Pick one of these 10 and try it out in your next English chat. See how it feels.
Definitely. And if you want to keep learning more about conversational English, idioms, phrasal verbs, all that good stuff,
Then make sure you subscribe to All About English. We do these deep dives regularly.
we'd also genuinely love to know what you think. Was this helpful? Which idiom was new or most interesting to you?
Yeah, leave us a comment. Let us know what else you struggle with in English conversations. What should we cover next? Your suggestions really help us plan.
Remember, learning a language is a journey. Every little bit you learn, every idiom you try, it all adds up.
Keep practicing, keep listening, and don't be afraid to try speaking. You're doing great.